rough day for professional wrestling, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob. Joined as always by my good friend, Hollywood Frank.
HW, baby.
And you can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about all the news in wrestling. And oh my freaking God. Man, like, what happened to the good old days, man? It's just... Jeez, it seems like it's bad news more than anything the last couple of weeks, but a lot of things going on. Real quick, let's check in. We got the Hicks Villains here. He said, "Sup guys, what's up, Hicks Villain? Hail to you, man. Hail to the rest of the chat. Everybody that'll be stopping in as we go along. But man, it has been a rough week, rough day today, both personally and professional wrestling. And yeah, I'm ready to. We got to talk about it. It's the elephant in the room, man. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into our favorite segment, something we call the good, the bad, and the ugly. What the hell?
What?
Anyway, nothing. And starting off with me, I'm going first this week. And the good. Forbidden Door is starting to take shape. Thank God, dude. They're gonna have to do a lot of work this week and next week to really set everything up.
12 days away.
12 freaking days away, man. The target on this thing should have been hardened a lot more than it already has. But the stuff that we are getting, man, I am 1,000% excited for it. Moxley versus Tanahashi for the interim AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Dude, I really got a feeling that they're going to put that belt on Tanahashi. And if they do, I'm going to be so freaking happy. The All Atlantic Championship will be crowned. We'll talk more about that. I'm kind of 50-50 on that thing, man. I don't really think they needed a new belt, at least not that belt, but we'll talk about it. And dude, we are probably gonna get one of my dream matches, man. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Bryan Danielson. If these guys have met once before, guys, and it was freaking epic. Oh my God, dude, that was. I don't want to talk about Raw. I really don't. We might have to talk about it because of that. Yeah. That is old school Vince McMahon narcissistic BS. Right
Come on, let's get on with your GBU, brother.
But that's my good. My bad, intercompany politics ruining some of the potential for Forbidden Door. Unfortunately, people got their dick measuring contest BS, and we're not going to get Andrade. We're not going to get Roosh. We're not going to get the Lucha Brothers, which drives me freaking crazy. So no reunion of Los Ingobernables for us, because we're not allowed to have nice things. CMLL and AAA just don't get along, and it sucks. It really sucks. I was really hoping that we would see all of those guys there, but nope. And the ugly, the 500-pound gorilla, the elephant in the room, Jeff Hardy, arrested again. And not just arrested, the dude blew he blew almost almost 3 times, nearly 4 times the legal limit. He blew almost a 300. It was like a 294. So on top of that, he was driving with a suspended license. He had I think it was there was something else. There were a couple other things. We'll get into all of it. Not good. It's his third DUI since 2018. And yeah, it sucks. It really, really, really sucks. But and that's my ugly. Real quick though, one thing I did want to say, another good is my mom went into surgery this morning. Major surgery. She had a large part of her large intestine removed, and a couple other things. And a lot of people well wished and sent their prayers. She came through it really well. She's resting, and I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. So thank you to everybody who sent those well wishes. It meant a lot. So, and I try to end it on a little bit of a positive thing there, man. It's been a rough day, but that's my GBU. Frank, what do you got, man?
Yeah, we all care about comic book Bob's mom.
Yeah,
comic book mom. And I've known this man forever.
God, we're old now.
Good Lord. My GBU, a little bit different. My good. I really enjoyed the 6-man match on Rampage, which was the main event.
Yeah,
FTR and Trent versus United Empire.
Yep.
And Will Ospreay. Really good match. Really good.
Ending was a little wonky. I felt like if you really wanted to set up, to really set it up, you want to make the United Empire look like a threat. Yeah. So I felt like they should have won, but we are getting kind of sort of a continuation of that on Wednesday. We're getting Will Ospreay versus Dax Harwood, which should be a banger match, dude.
Yeah,
but it was a good match.
Yeah, it was a really good match. It's a good way to end Rampage because my bad was the beginning of Rampage. Hager versus Kingston. Oh my God. It's like those guys are so slow in the ring. If that's going to be your curtain jerker, oh my God. The fans would be like, what the hell am I doing
Here's the thing. That's
my God. It was so slow and plodding along.
If you're going to have a stiff beatdown, which is what Eddie does most of the time, you probably don't want to have it with someone like Jake Hager because the guy, he's not exactly fast and agile, but he's an actual real fighter. And if he goes stiff, he could mess you up. So
he could.
It was weird, man, because it wasn't a terrible match, but like you said, it was just like, it was kind of like, man, these guys are they're moving in quicksand. So
if Hager wants to go hardcore Holly on you,
oh God, dude, someone's getting messed up. Yeah, he's one of the few dudes that's actually legit. He's not CM Punk. He didn't do 2 MMA fights and get the crap kicked out of him. Jake Hager can actually go.
I was like, when is this match gonna end? Oh my God.
Yeah. But it was weird, man. It was kind of a weird opener. But I like that formula though. I like that formula. I like where they don't have their introduction and everything. That the show starts off the match and it just starts going immediately.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Because it probably would have taken them just as long to get to the ring side.
Oh my God!
Intros.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about this, Lance. This is the
and we're gonna talk about it. So my ugly. I'm not even gonna go down that road. I was gonna go down a different road. And Hicks Villain talked about it. The ending of Raw. Your last match is Veer Mahan versus Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, we
how many times have we seen Mahan versus the Mysterios? How many times do we have to go over this? they're not going to beat him. It's the
No.
same thing. It's either Dominic or Ray. Dominic or Ray. Veer Mahan. But that was your last match, and I guess it was your main event. If that was if you want to call it a match, your main event, the end, a pose down with Lashley and Austin Theory.
This was some serious freaking sports entertainment crap right there.
That's how you end the show with Veer Mahan, Mysterios, and a pose down.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great, and it was like I said, man, this is vintage Vince McMahon, dude. This is the kind of crap that Vince likes, and it's the guy's stuck in the 90s. And it was, I mean, and I actually like Austin Theory. I actually like Bobby Lashley. This is just such a waste of time. I mean,
hey.
Yeah, that's it, man. Such good shit.
Hey, Lance, thank you, man. Hey.
Oh, awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lance. Appreciate it, man. And actually, I think we're at
93.
93. So,
and
no, 94. So we're 6 away, guys. 6 away from 100. 6 away from getting our personalized URL. And onward and upward, man. Appreciate it. And Lance, appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you signing up, man.
Yeah. Lance, if that happens, it's gonna be till WrestleMania before he's done with the Mysterios.
Dude, and dude, I can't be the only person to think that Dominic has regressed and he just is not improving. It's the big fear that I had for him, man. But Johnny, we will be doing that next week. We'll be announcing it next week. The design we're going with, and like I said, let me put that up here. Yeah, follow us there on Twitter, and there's our social media there, and the Forbidden Door sign. Design a sign for us to take to Forbidden Door, and you will win some swag from the PvP, from the PPV. Oh, I can't talk today, man. It's been rough. But so everybody that was not aware of it, me and Frank are going to Forbidden Door. We are going to take a sign with us. If we are doing a sign contest, you can contact either him or me via our Twitter, send a message. Just an idea of what the sign should say, what should be on it. And we're going to pick the best one. And the person that we pick is going to get some swag from Forbidden Door.
Yes. Yeah, Maldacito, the awesome Ms. and Mrs. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Cleveland's own, the Miz.
But yes, I agree. Lance Dominic belongs in NXT. He should never been on mainstream television. He should have gone to NXT. He should either NXT or he had been on the indies for a couple of years. And he needs to stop trying to wrestle like his dad. He's not his dad. He's 6'2" for God's sake. Okay, he's like almost a foot taller than his dad. All right, and he's like 220 some pounds. He needs a more traditional wrestling style, I think. But all right, trying
to do the 619 is not for.
No, he looks so clumsy and slow when he does it. Oh. They're trying to make Veer look a monster by beating Ray while attempting to get Dom some spotlight process, but it's not going for that. No, it's not. It's not, and it's not working. I mean, it's just boring. And this is what happens when you do this repetitive over and over and over and over and over booking. You can't keep doing the same match and keep people's interest. It's just not going to work.
Yeah, they're trying to do with Veer. They've been able to do it a little bit longer, but they're doing the same thing with Veer that they did with Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, and you're going to get the same kind of results, man. It's not going to be great.
Yeah, but that's my GBU. And
what was your
ugly? Was the post down at the end?
Oh,
the Mysterio, Veer Mahan, and the post down. That was my ugly.
And it's and here's the thing, man. I get it. I mean, 3 hours, it's a lot to program, man, but you're better off cutting it to 2 hours, which they're never gonna do.
No.
You're better off cutting it to 2 hours, and then you've got a good show instead of tacking on a 3rd hour and it's dragging things out, and it's not fun. It's not fun.
And I was reading something. You have no Roman Reigns for you had no Roman Reigns for
Nope.
Hell in a Cell. You have no Roman Reigns for Money in the Bank. He hasn't wrestled on a pay-per-view with that title since WrestleMania.
Not only that, they're saying that he's only scheduled for one SmackDown appearance. That's it.
One Raw.
Is it one Raw or one SmackDown?
One Raw appearance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, Dom is awkward in the ring, dude. Yeah. Ray is a once in a generational talent. Dom, I think Dom can be a serviceable wrestler. I really do. But they're not doing him any service by putting him in the situation that they are. I mean, the dude's probably making good money and everything like that, and he probably it's a situation like, who wouldn't take that job if you offered it to him like that?
Yeah, Daniel, I think that's the reason why, but WWF will never come out and say it.
Yeah, 100%. That's 100% why he did it. I think he's hurt. I think it's more serious than people think it is, and I think they're trying to work through it. So we'll see what happens this because well, he's supposed to get Riddle is supposed to get a match with him at some point here pretty soon, but who knows?
This Friday on SmackDown is a Riddle Reigns
I get
match.
the feeling they're gonna. Yeah, I think they're gonna pull some kind of BS though.
And if he wins the match, now if he doesn't win the match, he can never challenge for the title while Roman Reigns is champion.
Dude, that storyline is just sitting there waiting to go. You know what I mean? They they were going to do this thing, and they never pulled the trigger on it. Where they're going to have him turn on his dad. That's the perfect thing to do. Have him start wrestling like Eddie, because Eddie had a little bit more of a traditional style, and do something like that, man. Lance, they're talking about him dropping one or the belt, the unified title. They're actually talking about him dropping it because you can't not have your titles on your shows, man. And yeah, Theory is supposedly going to be having a thing with Cena.
Yep.
Yeah, the countdown to Cody is now marking 9 months. I don't think it's going to be 9 months. I think like 9 months is like the absolute worst. Is like the absolute worst case scenario. More than likely, he'll be back at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he'll probably pull a Cena and be like one of the last entrants.
Yeah. But Dom grabs a mic. I wish I really wasn't any kids and I wouldn't suck. Dude, yeah, seriously. This thing writes itself. It really does. No. 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 I mean, look, dude, I love Vicky Guerrero as a person. God, dude, when she's on television, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. So, big note of that. Yeah. Poster idea: open mom's basement door of the wrestling council. Dude, hey, Nalacito, DM that to me, man. I'll put it on there. That's actually a pretty good one. I like that. But all right, that's our good, our bad, and ugly, guys. What's your good, bad, and ugly, guys? What was your favorite thing in the wrestling this week? What was your oh God, jeez, dude. It was such a bittersweet thing when she came to AEW because I was like, hey, it's Vicky Guerrero. That's pretty cool. And then excuse me. I was like, oh yeah, that's why I didn't want to watch. Yeah. Yes, dude. Like I said, he should, if NXT was still the gold, the black and gold brand, training him there would be great. If Triple H was still in charge and Road Dogg and Michaels, 100% NXT. If he's not in NXT, he needs to be on the road. He needs to be working. Yeah. Like AAA, just like GCW, any kind of road show. He's got to cut his teeth, man. And he needs to learn how to be himself and not, them trying to shoehorn in him as Rey Mysterio 2.0, which I think is a terrible idea for the long term.
Remember when they tried making David Flair
oh god,
like Rick?
Oh god,
coming out with the robe and everything. It's like, no.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Daniel. Appreciate that. And like I said, I appreciate everybody that sent well wishes to my mom. Johnny, on my mom's base. I'm on my mom's basement. I steal her Wi-Fi and I pay no rent. Leg Kick said, good. Zack Sabre Jr.'s challenge to Brian Danielson. Dude, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be so freaking cool, man. Bad. Lucha Rose and Andrade can't compete at Forbidden Door. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, that's basically my good, bad, and ugly leg kick. All of that, what you just said. But, all right, let's get into it. My God, there was so much crap. So much crap this week. And like Jeff is the worst of it. Jeff Hardy getting arrested for DUI for the third time since was it 2018? Oh, it's 2019, 2018 or 2019. But this is bad. So just a quick overview. Jeff was arrested in Volusia County, Florida at 10 a.m. on Monday morning on 3 charges related to driving under the influence. Police issued 2 breathalyzer tests that yielded blood alcohol content of 2.294 and 293, both of which are nearly 4 times the legal limit. That means he was freaking shit-faced. He was blitzed. And the fact that they pulled him over at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yep.
10 o'clock in the morning. That means one of 3 things. Either he drank all through the night until 10 a.m. and then decided to go home. He got drunk, went home, got back up, and was still that drunk and decided to go driving around doing something. Or he got up that morning, got drunk, and then at 10 o'clock decided to go somewhere.
According to
none of those are good.
According to what I mean here is, according to news report, Matt Hardy was with Jeff on Sunday evening. They were attending a wrestling convention following Jeff's concert at a Dave & Buster's. The report went on to state that Matt left with his family for a flight to North Carolina before the night was through. Matt didn't leave until he made sure Jeff got back to his hotel room safe and sound. So sometime from after he left Jeff, or Matt left him, he went out and either at the hotel room or a bar nearby, got drunk, rented a vehicle, and boop.
So he went out and got drunk after his brother dropped him off.
Yep.
That's good Lord. That's so mad. Dude, that Matt has to be so freaking angry and disappointed. And
they were supposed to wrestle the tag match this Saturday.
Yep.
For Triple Mania in Tijuana.
They were supposed to wrestle that and the ladder match. But dude, as soon as they announced him for that ladder match last week, I was like, no. What are you doing? This dude is clearly injured. He's clearly messed up. This goes back to what I said last week. Sometimes you got to protect these guys from themselves. And whatever demons that he's dealing with that was pushing him to do that, man, there's so many layers of this. I'm going to finish reading the report here. Jeff is facing charges of DUI, driving with a suspended license, and violating an interlock restriction. That's the other thing. And this is a major issue. The DUI offense is a 3rd-degree felony. This is a felony now, guys. This is bad. And this is his 3rd DUI since 2018. the interlock device thing is going to really, he might see jail time because of this. Because what that thing is that's basically the breathalyzer thing, where if you blow into it and you are intoxicated, your car won't start. Okay. He is required to have one of those on his vehicle. He didn't have one on this SUV that he was driving. So that's a major violation from the last time he got popped.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's bad.
The only reason I think you put them in the ladder match for tomorrow is the plan was to put the belts on the Hardys.
Yeah, it's either they were going to put the belts on the Hardys, or they were going to the Bucks were going to there was going to be a schmoz, and I think that's still going to happen. I think that that Jurassic Express is dropping the tag belts, and that's going to set up the whole thing with Christian. But I think that they were leading towards Bucks versus the Hardys for the tag titles.
I think they're planning to put the titles on the Hardys, though.
It's possible, dude. Because again, like, this was supposed to be their last run. It's supposed to be their last big run.
Yeah, because Matt came out and said they would be the first team to ever have titles in 4 decades if they win the AEW titles.
Yeah. Jeff was bailed out on bail of a $3,500 bond. He was initially scheduled to appear in court on Tuesday, but that appearance is now listed as canceled. They were supposed to face Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Bucks in a triple ladder match, and the AAA tag title there's no longer advertised. AEW has told Warner Brothers to stop all promotion of Jeff Hardy in any commercials anywhere else immediately. So there was also a Tony Khan released a statement basically saying that Jeff is suspended without pay until he completes a program, and then they'll go from there after that. Here's the thing, dude. At this point, yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. His brother. Yeah, Jeff did actually. He made a statement. He said it. Where is it? I was disheartened to hear the news about my brother yesterday. Matt tweeted, "Recovery isn't a linear process, and I'll continue to do what I can to help my brother be healthy. Being healthy and well is the most important thing for Jeff, his wife, his children, and our family at this time." I'm gonna tell you, that's a very guarded statement, right there. He has got to be absolutely. He's got to be friggin' crushed by this, man. Like, he went to bat for his brother, you know, all through the and all through the WWE stuff, and this is calling into question everything now. It's calling everything into question now, like the release from WWE. And I'm gonna tell you what, dude. There's some before I go further with that, I'm gonna talk to the WWE stands out there. Y'all need to shut the hell up, okay? This says, well, now I guess the WWE is right. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, if the WWE actually cared about this stuff, the Usos wouldn't be on television. Okay? So let's call a spade, all right?
And his results came back negative.
His results came back negative. Now, was there something else maybe going on behind the scenes that WWE couldn't act on because it wasn't actually actionable or not? Who knows? Nobody knows. None of us are going to ever know the truth about everything that went on there. But we do know that the test results came back negative. So all these people that are trying to take a dig at AEW and Jeff and Matt Hardy over this crap, if they really cared about that stuff to that degree, the Usos wouldn't be on television, because Jimmy and Jey Uso are at this point just as bad as Jeff, and they've gotten away with it. So I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of this crap from everybody. And I am really, really, really disappointed in Jeff. I really am. And here's the thing: he needs to leave wrestling behind for at least. Oh, he needs to be gone for a while. He needs to get into a program with like DDP. He needs to hook up with like Diamond Dallas Page or a program like that. He needs to not some BS friggin' 30-day program some bullcrap like that. No, he needs to leave wrestling and get his crap together.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see this dude in a wrestling ring until he gets his head on straight. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to hear this. Oh, I did a 30-day program or a 10-step. No, you've got demons you need to conquer.
Yeah. And Matt and Jeff, he just from last, Matt and Jeff are just on Talk Is Jericho podcast. Yeah. Jeff talked about his business, the seeking treatment. That's the big thing.
Yep.
Until Jeff admits he has a problem, it doesn't matter how much treatment you have, how much preaching you do to him. If there's a court order saying he's got to go to it does not matter. He has to admit he has a problem, and then he can get over this and work to get over this. But he's got to admit he's got a problem and get the help that way. My uncle, alcoholic. My grandmother, his mom preached to him and tried getting him. No. He never admitted he had a problem. Died way too early. You can't, the courts can't do anything. Your family can't do anything. You have to do it.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying he needs to get into a program with someone like DDP. You know, like what DDP did for Jake Roberts, what he's doing for Buff Bagwell. A lot of these guys that, you know, have a lot of demons that they got to fight. And then, but they're going about it right. They're like, it's like, you got to fix this, but you got to want to fix this. And the fact that he said that so many times that he's resistant to seeking treatment, it's until he wants it, it's not going to happen.
Yep.
And until it happens, he has no business being in a wrestling ring. No business. And we all knew he was hurt. And I guarantee you, a part of his excuse is he's going 1,000 miles an hour. He's still at his age. He can't do that. He's got to pull back. He's got to pull back some. He's trying to go 1,000 miles an hour. He got all beat up. He could, you know, to the point where you could tell he was in a lot of pain. He's wincing after every move. He looks bad. We've said it for what? Better part of a month and a half now. Yep. The dude's in trouble. He's hurt. He needs to step away. He needs to recover. And we thought that was happening. But I guarantee you that's what's happening. And he's decided, you know what? I'm going to self-medicate to deal with this pain and everything instead of doing what he needs to do. And at this point, like, I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear any more excuses. Dude needs to step away from wrestling and get his shit together.
And that could lead to painkiller addiction as well if he's not taking them already.
Yeah, and we don't. Yeah, here's the thing.
You mix alcohol and painkillers together.
Yeah, and again, this is like I said, his brother's sticking by him in this because he's his freaking brother. But he has to be incredibly disappointed because, like, dude, I went to bat for you. I stood by you, and like the reason why Jeff Hardy is in AEW is because of Matt. You know, he probably gave Tony Khan a bunch of assurances, and was like, you know, he's clean. He's like, don't worry, dude, he's clean. This isn't what people think it is. And then this happens, and this is in a time when AEW, especially behind the scenes, is in turmoil. This is not something you need. But yeah, it's just at this point, dude. Like I said, I love the Hardy brothers, man, the Hardy boys. I love Jeff. I love Matt. I'm done with this shit, dude. I don't want to see this guy in the ring. I don't want to see this guy in the ring until he's healthy. I don't want to see this guy in the ring until he's got a handle on his shit. And if it takes him stepping away from wrestling to figure this out, that's what he needs to do. He's got a wife. He's got kids. He's got people that care about him. This is not good for him. And it's hard for me to talk about this because I really am like, I'm really disappointed in this guy. And that's easy. And I understand that's easy to say because, like I said, this dude is dealing with some demons. Yep. But
and his life could be over, like over.
I'd sell that Bob in a heartbeat. Howard, you're back to the. I got your back to the other time. Thanks,
Um,
Malcito.
you're driving intoxicated. You're putting yourself at risk, but you're also the innocent people that are out there on the road are at
Dude,
risk.
10 o'clock in the morning. That's when grade school, kindergarten kids and stuff are going to school. You know, that's like dangerous shit, man. It's the fact that he waited till his brother left, got friggin' blasted, and then decided to go drive somewhere. You knew that tells me he knew that he waited till his bed. That's intent. He intended to do this. This wasn't just something that just happened. No, I appreciate you, bro. No, I got no. We need some jokes right now, man. When he gets out of this, it'll be too late, and maybe that's for the best. Yeah, no, seriously, his career might be over after this, and if that's what it takes for him to get healed up and to get a handle on this thing, then so be it. I love seeing the guy. I think he's one of the best wrestlers of all time, best high flyers of all time, definitely. But this has got to stop, man.
He
I don't.
has
Yeah.
the article I was looking at is that
He has a car service, I think.
perhaps most striking revelation of the report, however, is that Jeff has maintained a physical license he used to rent vehicles despite his license having been suspended.
Yeah.
On his second DUI in 2019.
Yeah,
because of this, Hardy has had no issues renting vehicles over the last several years from his time in WWE to joining AEW.
Yeah, so so this is like I said, this is a big deal. This is why this thing is now a third-degree felony. This is a big deal. He's not supposed to drive, and he's not even supposed to be able to drive a vehicle. But when he does get his driver's license back, he's supposed to have the interlock system on the vehicle, where if he has to blow into that thing, and if he's intoxicated, it doesn't start. But he's been circumventing this, which means this may have been going on for a lot longer than we thought. Like even though his test came back negative when the situation happened at WWE, doesn't mean that he wasn't doing this before. Yep. And given the fact that he was doing that, using that license that to circumvent that tells me that he was. And that's not good. It's none of the stuff that's coming out of this report is good. Nothing. This is all bad. Nothing but bad. And it sucks. It really, really sucks. Because this, now, like I said, this doesn't just affect him. This affects his brother. This comes at a time when AEW, like behind the scenes, they're facing a lot of turmoil, the stuff with MJF. Now we have the accusations against Thunder Rosa, which that was another big piece of drama that came down. Some wrestlers are pointing out that it looks like she's sandbagging people and stuff like that. That's a whole nother friggin' can of worms. We'll have to talk about that at some point. It's just, it's the shit's hitting the fan. And I honestly think Tony Khan is kind of spinning his wheels, like trying to figure out what the hell to do. What's the deal with Rosa? The match that she had with Marina Shafir was not a good match, dude. It was ugly as hell. It looked like a friggin' sow's ear. And a lot of people are examining what happened in the match, and some professional wrestlers come forward and saying that it looks like she was sandbagging, basically trying to make Shafir look bad. Either she was angry at her about something. There were moves that she should have sold, but she didn't, et cetera, et cetera. The reality of it is Marina Shafir was not ready. Rosa has a habit of she's got a history and a habit of wanting things to be perfect and to be excellent. And if it doesn't, and if you make mistakes, and she kind of gets pissed off, and she'll show you up. So is it possible that happened? Maybe. I'm not a good enough. I don't have a good enough eye to point it out and tell you that obviously she was doing this or that or whatever. But that match looked like dog crap. That match was terrible. And Marina Shafir looked. She doesn't belong on television. She needs to be working dark matches for at least a year or so. But there's that. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Jericho getting into it with what is the name? MVP. But according to them, they're saying that was basically just a work. But a lot of people that were there were saying like, no, dude, that shit was real, and who knows? But it's just there's a lot of drama, and yeah, like I don't. Here's the thing about the thing with Jeff, man. How do you trust him again? Like let's say he goes through this program that he's going to do. It's more than likely going to be a 30-day program kind of thing, that kind of thing. What's up, Pro Wrestling Guru? How you doing, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Lance said, I was honestly thinking. Lance said, I was honestly thinking something was off of that match. It seemed like an awkward version of a squash match. Yeah, that's why everyone's saying that they think that Rosa was, she was either frustrated or angry. But there's other people that claim that she's done this kind of thing before. We know that she is a consummate professional, though, and she kind of reminds me of Shawn Michaels, where if shit doesn't go perfectly, she gets pissed.
Yeah, she was pissed the week before for being omitted from the segment.
Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, and then she's made that very clear that she feels like she hasn't been utilized, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of drama in that, though. But yeah, Guru, yeah, we're doing much better now than we were before. But she's not all she shows to be. Yeah. How do you trust him? You don't. The deal with Sting and Bischoff was a near disaster, and they shouldn't take the chance. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, man. Like he like came in and he was like, he tried to mea culpa with Sting, and it seemed like they're trying to mend that thing. But I'll tell you what, man. It's honestly, and it hurts me to say this. It really, really does. But if it was me, he's done.
Yeah,
he's done. It's like, dude, if you can't handle this without falling back onto alcohol and drugs, then you got no business being in the ring, and I don't want my business associated with that. So
I think you're right. I think that match we saw with Hardys versus the Hardley Boys was the last time you'll see the Hardys together.
That was, and he doesn't look. He's obviously not well. He's obviously injured. You can't, at his age, you can't work injured like that. And if he's not going to stop, and if this is the culminate, if this is what's going to happen every time we get to this point, this has to be the end. It has to be the end. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm helping him get whatever help he needs, but I'm making it clear to him, is like, look, we'll use you in the back as a trainer, as a coach or something like that. But as far as you being in the ring and us trusting you to be out there in front representing this company, no. And it sucks. It sucks to say that. It really does, because that's the end of an era.
Yeah, and at 45, in a month and a half, he'll be 45 years old.
Yeah. So it's the sad thing, though, is that if Tony Khan does that, Jeff will probably just quit and go somewhere else. And 6 months, a year down the line, somebody else will snatch him up, just like that, because he's Jeff freaking Hardy, But that's my opinion. Leg kick. How about Okada losing to Jay? Dude, oh my God. Okay. The other thing, we were talking about politics. We were talking about intercompany politics. Another thing that's going on, and this kind of really worries me about for Forbidden Door, is this politicking going back and forth between New Japan and AEW. So it's like, you got to set your plans up, man. This close to a company like this, you can't be making major changes like that. Hangman just challenged Okada, and the next week, Okada drops the title to Jay White. Now, let me tell you this. I watched Dominion. It was a great show. I had a lot of fun. When Jay White won, I was like, that's awesome. Oh, crap. I'm just like, what are we doing? And now, was it Osprey is the new United States champion. So that title changed. The tag titles are now on the United Empire, Jeff Cobb and the Great Okan, which that could set up United Empire versus FTR. Jay can lose to Page. Dude, they are not okay. New Japan is not going to put their world title on somebody outside the company. I very seriously doubt that. Jay is not going to be losing to Hangman.
Adam Cole said that. Adam Cole came out and said that Jay White could win the title.
Yeah. This is becoming Okada Hangman versus White Cole. That's very possible. I hope not. I'd rather see a world title match, but it's possible. Jay can lose to Page. So here's the thing, man. If these guys look, New Japan needs to shake things up. All right. I love New Japan. I think they put on amazing matches. I thought the Best of the Super Juniors was one of the best Super Juniors tournaments that they had in years. I'm a little disappointed with the field for the G1, but the G1 is going to have some amazing matches. It always does. They need something to shake things up. COVID really did a number on New Japan. Really did a number. It like hurt them bad. They need something to shake things up. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you lean into this cross-promotional thing, like Hangman doesn't have to win the title for a long time, or whoever Jay goes up against. Okay. They don't have to. It's the same situation with Moxley and Tanahashi. I think Tanahashi, personally, I would have Tanahashi win. I would have him be your champion for a couple of months, and then have the match between him and Punk, and Punk unifies and solidifies that he is the champion. That's what I would do, because that shakes things up and it makes things interesting. New Japan needs to do the same thing. The problem is that New Japan doesn't like short-term programming. They like programming long-term. And long-term, you can't be putting your belts on people outside your company. Personally, that's what I would do that. I would do something like that to really shake things up. It's like, we've got their title and they've got ours. And eventually you have the rubber match. Something to, bring it back home. But
are we going to see Edward Leslie tomorrow?
I don't know.
Is Ed Leslie going to come out tomorrow and shave Jericho's head?
No. No. But Jericho is going to get his head shaved. I'm almost 100% certain he's going to lose that. We're going to get short hair Jericho again.
Yeah, you're going to lose, and then you got to hear the produce the Barber's Beefcakes music playing, and here comes Ed Leslie, the beefcake, cutting and strutting.
Shut up, dude. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that crap. But yeah. So just wrapping up the whole thing with Jeff Hardy, man. That's how I feel about it. It's disappointing. We're all disappointed. I hope Matt survives this, because this is going to hurt him too.
Okay.
And
unfortunately, Matt's out of the paycheck on Saturday night in Tijuana.
Yep. So here's the thing, though, dude. They got money.
They do.
Yeah. Matt's set. There's a reason why he made up that character, Big Money Matt, because he's set. But
whether they have a triple threat tag match tomorrow night, I don't know, because right now that's not listed as one of the matches. But
no, they changed it to just a regular. It's Jurassic Express versus the Bucks.
Well, they could throw another team in there, possible.
No, they just announced.
Did they announce it's just gonna be a two-way?
All right. It's just a 2-way. Give the Tama the title there. I said, dude, I was pissed when they took the friggin' never opening title off of Tama Tonga. I was pissed, dude. My buddy Mike Bob Sapp just challenged Mike Tyson again. Why? I know why. They want the payday, but top of Jericho's head was looking rather baldy in the pay-per-view. Not sure if he can afford a short haircut. He could buzz it. I think that's why he's going to buzz it. He's gonna get. There's been rumors that he's gonna get a buzz cut, but hey, it is what it is, man.
So what do we think about the North Atlantic title?
Okay, let's talk about Dynamite and Rampage a little bit. A lot of people were crapping on Kyle O'Reilly winning that. I like Kyle O'Reilly. Again, look, I understand a lot of people were expecting something else. I like Kyle O'Reilly, dude. And his style worked really well against Moxley. They had an awesome match. But here's the thing. We all knew that and everyone was like, you know, the people that were participated in the battle royal, they're like, this was unbelievable. Everybody knew that Moxley was winning this.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Everybody knew that Moxley was going to win this. So if you're going to do that, let someone win who's not normally going to be, you know, the guy that would win something like that, and give him the rub and let them go out there and do something awesome. Kyle O'Reilly is an underutilized talent. I love the dude. So I was cool with it. I get what everyone's saying. It was like, it just didn't feel believable. But then again, we all knew that Moxley was winning that shit. Did we need a new belt? No, I don't think we did. I know why we're doing it. And it's something that Tony Khan needs to get a freaking handle on. Tony's the ultimate fanboy. Okay?
Yep.
He's a billionaire who put together his own wrestling company, and now he has all these guys that are his friends. The problem is you can't make everybody happy. In a healthy working company, not everybody's going to be happy. Okay, not everybody can be the top guy. Not everybody can get pushed all at the same time. Your titles have to have validity and relevance. Okay, Tony's trying to make everybody happy. He wants everybody to be happy because he wants everybody to be his friend. We don't need another singles belt. We needed the trios tag team. We needed the 6-man tag belts. That's what we needed, because we got a ton of freaking trios teams. I don't know why the trigger hasn't been pulled on that in forever. Okay. I also know, I think that the reason why they introduced this belt, the reason why they introduced this All Atlantic belt, is this is a belt that they can let go back and forth between other companies. This is a belt that somebody in another company could win. This is a belt that somebody like in, say, New Japan could win. This is a belt that somebody in AAA can win. The way the AAA titles have been moving back and forth between AEW and them, you can do the same thing with this belt. I think that's the thinking behind this belt. This is a belt that someone like Pac could win, and he can go take it to Rev Pro, or he could take it to AAA or New Japan, something like that. Or Andrade. Andrade could win that belt. Do something like that. Here's the problem. There are other belts that needed to be introduced before this. Okay? And you run the risk of having the situation that, like CMLL. Like CMLL or Stardom, they have a buttload of friggin' belts, man. There are so many titles that I actually lose count sometimes in different companies. The more belts you have, the less relevant the less relevant the others are. Okay. In my personal opinion, if you're going to introduce a new singles title, you need a junior heavyweight championship, something like that. That's the only way I see a new singles belt coming into existence. And even then, you've got people are forgetting about Ring of Honor. You've got what 6 belts from Ring of Honor that you have that can be defended. That could be. Why aren't you using those? Why aren't you doing more to build up Ring of Honor as you're preparing to bring them back?
That's what they need to do. They need to kickstart that and kick Tony in the butt and get that restarted as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This is my point exactly. When everybody is a champ, nobody's the champ. Okay.
Can't give everybody can't have a participation trophy.
Yes. Yeah. And leg kick. Yeah. They need. I wouldn't call it the cruiserweight title. I would call it the junior heavyweight. Me personally, because I think it just sounds better. But yeah, they have a lot, dude. They have so much talent below 205 pounds, which I like. Traditionally the heavyweight division starts at 205, but I would start it at like 200 and go down from there. There's so many people. There's so much talent there, man. And dude, put the kind of respect on it that New Japan does. Like the junior heavyweight title in New Japan, it was up there with the world title when it came until they started diluting things. So Lance says that there's so many belts, get rid of the Taz belt or whatever it's called. You know what? Either get rid of it or make it a legitimate belt. You know, which I personally, in my mind, there's no purpose to it. In my mind, if you're going to do that, like you don't need that belt floating around there because it doesn't really mean anything. I get it; it's nostalgic, but it's like the BMF belt in UFC. It doesn't mean shit. It's just bragging rights. Malice, it's okay. People forgot about ROH long before that, dude. I disagree. I think the ROH faithful they're very, very rabid and they want to see this belt. Hey, dude, Willie Uta's doing a great job with the Pure title. You know, repping that thing all over the place. I don't know why. Gresham is not working AEW right now to keep the ROH belt in the public eye more. I mean, he's defending it in other places, but I'd call it the vanilla midget. What the freaking hell, man? Oh my god. NWA didn't lose relevance in their belts. National title, US title, junior heavyweight title, mid-south title, US tag titles, world titles, Mid-Atlantic television title, and world title. Dude, I disagree. I think that they had so many titles that a lot of people forgot which one was what. But one thing, I'll tell you what, even when they were floundering, there was one belt that everybody remembered, and that was the world title.
Yep.
Everybody remembered the world title.
Yeah, but so, get Ring of Honor on TV, get it started again.
I agree.
Have a ROH pay-per-view to get ignited again.
I would like to see like an ROH versus AEW pay-per-view. Like whenever they solidify their television contract with whoever it's going to be, I want to see AEW versus Ring of Honor. It has to happen in some place somewhere. That's because of Flair, Bob. I disagree. I think, dude, Jonathan Gresham deserves a lot of credit for keeping that belt relevant, man. Not the Jonathan Gresham, but why does my brain not want to work? Nick Aldis and Billy Corgan is Billy Corgan is ride or die. Okay. He is 1000% dedicated to making the NWA a household name again. He's 100%. Now, to do that, they've got to elevate to the next level. And that means I love the nostalgia of the movies of the old style NWA television taping set. I love that nostalgia thing. They need to grow from there. They need to grow. Oh, why no one forgot about the NWA world title? Um, yeah, I mean, dude, Flair made that thing historic. I mean, there were so many people that added to the mythology of that thing, but Flair, I mean, you can't deny it, man. Flair was the man in the '80s. He was 100% the man, and the fact that they, you know, he put the face on that belt. He definitely helped people not forget about it. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. Uh, Nick Aldis deserves a lot of credit for keeping that thing, relevant in people's eyes. In like the last decade. So, your identity was trading. What the hell? Gresham probably waiting for a real money offer from TK that'll get his wife off OnlyFans. Dude, I guarantee you Gresham got a decent signing to stay with ROH. The other titles weren't forgotten because the great wrestlers in the '80s made those belts relevant. That's true. That's true. But I'm talking about today. Like most people don't know. Like if you ask 90% of wrestling fans how many belts NWA had, they wouldn't be able to name half of them. They would say the basic ones. They would say the world title, world tag titles, US title, and TV title. Those would be the ones that what you call it, that people remember. They wouldn't know about the national title. They wouldn't know about the junior heavyweight title, the mid south title, and US tag titles, and mid Atlantic title. Especially, they wouldn't know about those. Heard about Nick Aldis. He did a great job as a world champion, dude. Him and Murdoch had a great match just to fill the vacancy for Cardona. Which, dude, there's another dude that's crazy. Freaking Cardona's like, oh, I'll be back in 3 months. I'm like, dude, you tore your freaking bicep. You're not gonna be back in 3 months, 6 months, maybe. What do you think you are, John Cena?
Yeah, Lance. Unfortunately, we don't stream AEW episodes.
No, we don't. I mean, we do occasionally we do. Now we do stream. We stream the pay-per-views.
Yeah,
we stream pay-per-views.
We live react,
and we live react to pay-per-views, and we actually sometimes we'll bring everybody on so they could tell us what they think and everything. But unfortunately, Frank's work schedule is crazy. Mine's crazy, so we can't really do. I would love to do that though, man. Just like live, or at the very least, after the episode's over, do a live reaction to it then. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't do that. Maybe someday in the future, man. 100%. Love to see. Hey, tell your friends to come and subscribe, man. We gotta get 1,000 subscribers before we can start get monetized. So, but appreciate that, man.
So speaking of titles, do you think Walter makes a difference with the Intercontinental title?
He can, dude. I was like, when he won that belt, I was like, okay, you got a chance to do something with this belt. And I'm never gonna call him Gunther. He's always gonna be Walter to me. But dude, that guy's a legit star. Dude, you go watch his matches with Dragunov. Oh my freaking god, dude. Walter should be the top. He should be the guy that dethrones Roman, in my personal opinion. He's a monster. He's a legit old school Greco-Roman demon. And he should be the guy that dethrones Walter. I want to see him versus Brock.
Dethrones Reigns. Dethrones
Reigns. I want to see him versus Brock, because that's going to be two monsters trying to kill each other. Walter should be the next big thing, in my personal opinion. Whether or not that happens, it's Vince, so who knows? But Gunther Twinkie McGillibuddy. Dude, I hate that they've changed his name. It was so bad. U.S. tag titles were held by the Road Warriors. Oh, dude, don't get me wrong. The lineage of the NWA U.S. tag titles, dude, that's a freaking murderer's row of tag teams. Like one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time was Starrcade, when it was the Freebirds versus the Midnight Express. It was, dude, look who you're talking to, man. Come on. I'm NWA for life, brother. How many CD list promotions were using the NWA license during the 90s and 20s, dragging the brand down? It needs major repairs. No, and dude, Maldacito, I don't know if you guys have watched any of the NWA stuff. I've watched quite a few of their weekly shows. I've watched a couple of their pay-per-views. They're doing a good job. They've done a good job of rehabbing the NWA's reputation. It's just that, and I think COVID kind of threw a spanner into the works and slowed things down. Corgan is dedicated to building that company up. But the thing is he needs to pull the trigger now. Right now, he needs to take advantage of all those relationships that he's built. He needs to talk to AEW and say, okay, you guys need to reciprocate a little bit and send some people over here. Oh my God. Gunther and Brock should have a hat off to see whose melon could fit in the most hats. Oh my God. Yeah, Walter is great, but yes, Vince is an idiot. He's just old, man. Leg kick. NWA is my favorite of all time, most exciting wrestling of all time. Dude, my grandma's the one who introduced me to NWA. Like, she would watch it. Like, whenever she would babysit us, she would watch it every weekend, man. But like WWE, I liked WWE, but NWA made me a wrestling fan, man.
She one of those ladies at the event that would try to hit the guy with the purse.
She would scream at the TV, dude. She would throw shit. And no, her favorite, actually, she liked the Von Erichs. She liked the Von Erich family. But one of the first wrestling matches I ever saw was she would watch old reruns as well. And on I can't remember who it was. The Norris NWA just sounds old. No, I understand it. No, I understand what you're saying, Mal. And like I said, if Corgan really wants that company to succeed, he wants to make them what they used to be, he needs to step up and he needs to start drawing in some of the normie fans. And to do that, you need a hardcore television contract, and you need some real star power. Leg kicks. My mom introduced my brother and I to wrestling. Bob, it sounds like my mom. She would yell at the rest. Dude, my grandma would, like my grandmother. She smoked like a fiend. To start with, she smoked like 5 packs a day, and she had like little snacks and stuff around her chair. She loved like Nutter Butters and stuff like that. Dude, she would grab like a handful of candy and throw it at the freaking television. And it was, dude, my grandma was awesome. My grandma was crazy, but loved her to death. Yeah, so is there anything else we need to touch on, man? So in Mid-Atlantic Championship, I don't think it was necessary. I think you could have done something with the Ring of Honor titles. The match was awesome. Matthews versus Pac was a really good match. Osprey versus Finley. I mean, not Osprey, but Hangman versus Finley was a good match. It was the Rosa versus Shavir was absolute garbage.
Yay. Well, you know what? We've had Raw is Jericho. Tomorrow it'll be Bald is
Jericho. Yep. Matthews. Yeah, there was, again, even when there's turmoil going on, you can count on AEW as some great wrestling, some truly great wrestling. Rampage
has some, and WWE has some bad wrestling.
Oh my God, dude. Do we want to run down there? You know what? Hang on a minute. Raw results up here. I'm gonna run through this real quick.
Come on, Austin Theory.
Miz TV, don't care. Rollins, promo thing was okay. It was a great promo, but it's Rollins. But I'm just like, I don't know where we're going with it. Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan versus Doudrop, Nikki Ash. That was okay, I guess. Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens.
Hey, and
MVP Killy said
Elias will be back. Elias will be back next week.
I don't care, dude. I don't care. Like the comedy stuff of it is actually really funny. Don't
night,
care about
Montecito.
Montecito, appreciate stopping in, brother. Miro's about to murder Ethan. Ethan is not that young anymore. I wish they would do something with him. Ethan Page? Yeah, dude, Ethan Page is a good wrestler, dude. I love Ethan Page. His toy vlogs are awesome. But yeah, Miro's gonna kill him. He's gonna murder him. Ezekiel, don't care. Don't care. AJ versus Seth. It sucks that AJ's, they're not pushing him like they used to. It was a great match. Best match of the night. Riddle versus Ciampa. Not the best showing for either of these guys. Mustafa Ali versus Chad Gable was. I feel so bad for Mustafa Ali, man. And here's the thing: I like Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable's great. Neither one of these guys is going to get pushed for shit, and it sucks. Veer versus Mysterio was god awful and stupid, and the pose off was just crap. So that's Raw in a nutshell. It's the good stuff is good, and the bad stuff is the worst. So there you go. We watched it, so you didn't have to.
Yeah.
And I hate saying that because I love WWE. I want them to be better.
Let's see your poses there, Rob. Come on.
Shoot, my shoulder still hurts. I've got that bone stimulator now, so I'm fixing the break. Lance Archer's gonna be the G1. Yeah, that was awesome, dude. I love the fact he got, and when they announced that at Dominion, he got the biggest pop of any person that he announced. It was huge. That place, the lid went off that place, which they're not actually allowed to cheer. That's how excited they were that Lance Archer is coming back to New Japan. Is they actually cheered for a second. But anyway, guys, we're rambling now, so we're well past the hour. Appreciate that everybody stopped in. Leg kick, Montecito, Johnny Cage, Lance, dude. Appreciate the sub, man. Thank you so much.
Villain. Yeah.
Hicks Villain. I'm sure everybody else was lurking.
Daniel Price.
Yep. We had where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He had like all weird colored names and stuff. Pro Wrestling Guru. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think I said leg kick already, didn't I?
Well, he did again if he did.
Leg kick, Hicks Villain.
Yeah, some new subscribers, appreciate it, man. We really do.
Yeah, everybody that's 94 right now. And guys, yeah, have a good week, guys. Take care. We will see you next week. Gonna be fun. Until then, watch your wrestling. Don't sleep on New Japan Strong. Peace, guys.
Thanks for the Dawson prayers for this man's mother.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you beyond. I can't tell you guys how much it means. Appreciate that. Have a good night, guys. Bye.